Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Prescribed Fire Briefing for Monday, October 30th, 2023. Precipitation for the past 7 and 30 days are shown here with inches for the past 7 days on the left, showing pretty dry across the south, but we did have a storm move through late in the or midweek last week that brought some precip to the northern half of the area. And then if we look at percent normal for the past 30 days, we can see kind of a drier signal across the south. And then a dry spot here up in the central Idaho mountains and along the Sierra front. But there are some spots that did see above normal precipitation for the month of October, central Nevada up into southern Idaho, and a few spots in northern Utah. So not a terrible start to the water year, but not the best either. Okay, current snow depth is shown here. We'll start to show this image through the winter. Not a whole lot to show right now. These lighter shades of blue are the 2 to 8 inch or 4 to 8 inches of snow right now across the central Idaho mountains, a little bit higher into western Wyoming, and then some 2 to 4 inch areas of snow in northern Utah. This morning's satellite imagery is showing a large area of high pressure building across the west coast. This still puts much of the Great Basin in northerly flow today, so we do expect cool temperatures today with some warming over the next few days as the ridge moves inland. Dry weather pattern through at least midweek. Again, for this afternoon, dry conditions across the Great Basin with cool northerly flow. Highs in the eastern half of the area so will stay in the 40s today, with warming already moving into western Nevada with that ridge. Taking a look at the winds here, winds aloft on the left and surface gusts on the right. Pretty light winds, especially at the surface, slightly higher aloft in western Idaho and into eastern Nevada, but a lot of those winds are not mixing down to the surface with light winds at the surface. On Tuesday, the ridge moves a little bit further eastward across the Great Basin for warming temperatures. Highs for your Halloween should be up into the 50s across much of the Great Basin and a little bit warmer in the west. Again, here we're looking at winds aloft and surface winds. Still light winds across the area on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we see a little bit of a little cloud shield move through. There's really not much in the way of precip or anything, but still generally warm temperatures across the area as the ridge remains in place, with just maybe some cloud cover moving in. And high temperatures remain pretty warm, up to the mid to upper 50s across the east, and even mid to upper 60s in the west. Winds will be light once again on Wednesday. The forecasted clearing index for the next couple of days for Utah is shown here. The values are not great as we sit underneath this ridge with light winds across the area. Precip accumulations for the next 3 days are shown here. Really not looking for any precip across the Great Basin. As we head into the second half of the work week and the weekend, we will start to see some precip move into the north. Okay, so for Thursday, another day of warm temperatures with the ridge in place. We used a little bit of moisture moving into Idaho. Winds pick up a bit around that ridge, but should stay fairly calm under the ridge in the Great Basin. On Friday, we'll see a kind of a low pressure move continue to track across the northern Rockies. This really shouldn't affect the area too much. So winds aloft pick up in Idaho and along the Utah, Nevada-Idaho border there. Won't impact temperatures too much and shouldn't bring any precip on Friday. That will change on Saturday, however, with more significant moisture moving into the Pacific Northwest. We'll see some precipitation move into the northern portions of the Great Basin beginning on Saturday, with winds picking up a lot across the north as well. And then on Sunday, we'll see the moisture move a little bit further south into northern Nevada, northern Utah, and winds increasing across much of the Great Basin, especially at the upper levels. So precipitation accumulations for days 4 and 5, Thursday through Saturday here. We're seeing precip moving into Idaho, western Wyoming, and right along the northern border of Nevada and Utah. The extended forecast for November 6th through the 12th puts above normal temperatures across the entire western U.S. and above normal chances for precip across the northern half of the Great Basin as well. This concludes today's prescribed fire briefing. Please check back on Wednesday for the latest updates.